Hello, my Joya Tribe members. Welcome to today's 30-minute Vinyasa flow. If you couldn't guess by the name, you are right. We are going to be working up to one of my favorite postures, birds of paradise. And in order to do this, it's going to take a lot of opening in our hamstrings, our hip flexors, as well as into the chest and shoulders. So today we're going to begin standing at the back of our mats. Begin to root down through all four corners of those feet. A nice, healthy, generous bend into the knees. Take a deep inhale as we lift the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, let's come into a forward fold. And again, really draw the knees into a bend, especially if you have tight hamstrings. Allow the navel to come up and over so we can relax the chest against the top of the thighs. We're going to be here for approximately 1 minute, so really get connected with that breath and let this inversion feel good to you. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe we reach for opposite arm to opposite elbow. And then gently sway from side to side. As we inhale through the nose and exhale, soft sighs out the mouth. Beginning to awaken the feet and the entire back of the legs and really focusing on our hamstrings here today. Continue with that breath. One more. And then we will release the arms back down. As we inhale, we will gently lift the chest parallel to the earth, drawing those shoulder blades together. And exhale all the way back down. Inhale, we root through the seat as we rise up, hands come up overhead. And exhale down to our heart of hearts, Dantian. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, let's fold forward, gently beginning to come into these half Surya Namaskaras. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And exhale. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, heart center. Let's do 2 more, just gently bringing some heat into the body as we inhale. Exhale into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, squeezing the shoulder blades up at the top. And exhale. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale. And one last one. We reach those arms up, look up. Exhale. We bow down to our practice here today. We halfway lift on that inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale through heart center. So from your standing, you're going to begin to walk yourself into that high plank position, getting high on the tippy toes. Again, bringing those shoulder blades together as we press up through the top of our hands. And we're going to hold here with some subtle core work, beginning to build a little heat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press it back up to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Let it go. As we inhale, come back into that high plank. In the exhale, downward facing dog. And again, inhale to plank. And exhale, downward facing. On this exhale, we're going to flex through our feet so toes are pointed down as we lift our right leg. Let that right heel fall over to the left glute, stretching through the inner hip and groin, taking a few circles in one direction. Switch directions. Feeling that openness through the left leg and through the inner right hip. Step your right foot through to the top of the mat. Drop that left knee, inhale, rise up, low lunge. Begin to bring that left elbow back behind you, and then begin to try to reach with your right hand to create a bind. From here, we'll begin to look our gaze up towards the ceiling and come into a small back bend, allowing the pelvis to draw down and forward as we look up, opening up across the collarbones. 3, 2, 1. Release the bind, frame that front foot, and then straighten out both legs, maybe stepping that left foot in slightly, coming into an extended pyramid. If you have blocks, you can get yourself up. If not, fingertips are okay. Looks forward. Begin to really push that right hip back, left hip forward to keep them in line. Feeling that sense of openness through the entire right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to work with our balance to begin to find a jersey spot down and forward, pressing your way into that right foot. We are going to take ourselves off into warrior 3. Arms can be towards the center, flexing through that left foot, trying to keep our chest parallel to the earth beneath us. Core is strong and engaged. And we balance here for 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, begin to teeter yourself up to a single leg standing mountain, drawing your left knee in towards chest. Find your balance. Find your center. 3, 2, 1. Gently drop that left foot. Inhale, we reach the arms up. And exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Step the right foot back, then the left foot back in high plank. This time we'll bring those arms and we will go to lower to our vinyasa. Inhaling to cobra or upward facing dog. And we exhale, knee and downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, paddle out those legs. Let's walk our dog today. Find your exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. And then we let that left heel feel heavy towards the right glute. Make those hip circles in one direction. And then switch. Level out your left leg and step your left foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop that right knee. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Let that right arm bend behind the back. And if you have, try to connect yourself together or simply begin to just reach back. Once we have our bind, we allow our head to fall back and our hips to fall forward. Keeping the core strong, letting that left knee protrude over the ankle. Openness through the right hip flexor. We breathe. Take one final moment here. When we come back up towards center, we release the bind and then we extend both legs straight. Again, maybe you have to bring that right foot in slightly. I know I do. And we find our extended pyramid pose. And if you don't have blocks and you need to put your arm on your shin, totally fine. We are just trying to keep a long, straight spine. and openness through the left leg. A few more breaths here. Getting your center, begin to shift that energy into your left leg and fly into warrior three. Lifting up through the kneecap, squeezing the glutes. If you're looking for more of a challenge, your arms can come up overhead. For 3, 2, 1. We lift up, we use all that core strength to bring us into our one-legged mountain pose. Hold here. Your arms are lifted, making sure the shoulder blades are together and away from the ears. For 3, 2, 1. Release that right foot back down. Drop the arms, lift up. And on exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, you find your Vinyasa flow, meeting me in downward facing dog. Take your time, flow with your own breath, connect with yourself. Hold here in down dog. As you inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step the right leg through. This time we stay high and lifted on that back leg. Inhale, rise up, high lunge, crescent pose. Again, we put all of our energy into the top of that foot. Core is drawn in. Left arm travels forward, right arm travels back. Find the twist. Try to find that balance in center. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, open up into warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears as we gaze over that middle finger. Flip our palm. Right arm extends up, left arm extends back. Reverse. Now we float into our side angle pose here. Left arm comes up and over. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach and find that length. Exhale, warrior two. We come down, we windmill, we step it back. We find our flow. Meet me in downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up high, lunge, crescent pose. Right arm travels forward, left arm travels back. Take 2 breaths. Exhaling into our warrior two. Generous bend into that front knee. Strong through the back. Flip that left palm. And on your inhale, left arm lifts as right arm comes down. Again, trying to get length through the side body. We float our way into side angle pose. Once we here, we bring our right bicep to right ear again, finding the length through side body. Hold here, we build our strength. Inhale, reach towards that wall. Exhale it up. And then find your vinyasa. Knowing these are always optional, great place to pause and get water, and meet me in downward facing dog when you're ready. Hold and down dog for 1 breath. Inhale, we lift our right leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up high, lunge crescent pose. And again, this time we bring our right arm down the back, left arm reaches. We find a clasp or a bind. And just as we did in our low lunge, inhale, try to find a tiny back bend, opening up through the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together. Wherever you are. And just as we did, begin to hinge forward, bringing your torso vertically. Find that juicy spot. And if you want to challenge yourself today, float, lifting that left leg. It's okay if we wobble, if we shake. What matters is we try our best. If you need to release the bind, do so. Take a final breath cycle here. As you inhale, challenge your balance, use the core. Come into our one-legged Tadasana. For 3, 2, 1. To the best of our abilities, can we release our bind as we step that left foot back and we open up into Warrior 2. Take the inhale, reverse to Warrior. Exhale, we come into side angle pose. From side angle, maybe this time we find our bind. And again, we draw that shoulder blade opening up through the chest and the neck. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the bind. Come back up to Warrior 2. Step that right foot out slightly. Begin to turn your chest and step it into your yogi squat malasana. Bring your right arm to wrap around the right shin and draw your left arm up and over. Maybe from here, you bring your left arm to reach for your right and you come into a bind in this malasana squat. Wherever you are today, be thankful you showed up, you're here and you're practicing. Close your eyes and enjoy this twist. Take one more breath. If you have the bind, gently releasing, bringing the left arm back down, extending the legs straight, heel toeing your feet together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we root, we rise up. And exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We float it back into our Vinyasa choice, meeting me in downward facing. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left leg steps. Inhale, we rise up into high lunge crescent pose. We begin to bend that left arm and reach for it, right? Coming into the bind. And again, if we have this space, we draw the shoulder blades together, opening across the front body. Small back bend. Breathe. As you inhale, begin to hinge forward with the torso. And then gently take off into Warrior 3. With the bind or without. Finding that calm center. Staying strong through the glutes, through the legs. Breathe. As we inhale, beginning to come up into our one-legged Tadasana. Letting it wobble, letting it shake. Releasing the bind. And again, floating ourselves back and into warrior two. Find that big breath in and out. Then as we inhale, reverse the warrior. Really pulling so you get this openness across the left side. Reach, and then float in to our side angle pose. Bringing that left arm over, right arm back behind. And again, to opening, drawing that right shoulder blade back. Find the breath. Connect with it. Release the bind. Coming back into your warrior two. Bringing that left foot out towards the edge of the mat. And then stepping into our malasana squat. This time our left arm can come down and right arm can come up. Or you can work for that bind. Coming into a malasana with a gentle twist. This takes a lot of openness through the shoulders. Enjoying this few more breaths here in this yogi squat. Last breath. Release. Let both arms come down. Press in through those feet. Heel toe yourself together. And on the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale through heart center. Now we continue to flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Find your vinyasa or stipple. Once we're all in downward dog, we'll do it one more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step that right leg through on the exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. From our crescent lunge, we take our hands to center, we take off into warrior three, challenging our balance, keeping the core tight. Come to standing, drawing that left knee in towards chest. Find a breath in, and exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Now here we get to play around. If you are working on your birds of paradise, you begin to find that bind as we were in our side angle pose. You will find that juicy spot. And as we did, we will step our left foot forward to meet the right. Lift the right heel. Get firm and balanced through that left leg. And then as you do, you'll begin to come up. Once we get to the top, if we have the space, we will begin to extend our right leg out straight. And I will model that one more time, but doing a little bit more towards you. And sometimes you can start just at the top of your mat. Right arm will come behind and under the right thigh. The left arm comes up and over. First, you must have a solid bind. Once you do, you can begin to transfer all that energy into your left leg. And not all the time is it going to work. Once you come into that standing position and you feel balanced and strong through the left leg, you can extend that right leg out straight. Boom. And then you just hold for as long as you can. And gently try to come out the same way you came in. And once we're done playing around that, shake it out. Bend the knees. And we flow through to the other side. Meeting me in downward dog. And don't worry about how you look. You can always pause it, play around a little bit more. And the best thing about these from home, no one can see us all. It's okay. For those of us meeting me in downward dog, we'll begin to the other side. Left leg rises. Step through. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Working our way into our warrior three. One breath. Using that core slowly. Control. One leg, Tadasana. One breath. Whoop. And then exhale. We step it back. Warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Again, first we find a gazing point. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Lift the left heel. Get strong through the feet. Then we rise up. And then we extend our left leg straight. Hold. Maybe try to smile. Play around with it. I will demo one more time, this time from the back, a different angle. Getting grounded through the feet. Left arm wraps under. We reach for the right. We open up our chest. Lift. Get grounded through the base of that right foot. Come to standing. Then we work on strengthening and lengthening through that left leg. Toes can be pointed or flexed. I find pointed is easier. Coming down, slow and controlled. And release. Again, take as much time as you want to play around. But if you're done, coming to the top of the mat, shaking it out, and doing one last Hastir Namaskar as we inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time as we exhale, we are just going to bring our butts on down towards the mat, maybe a little bit more graceful than what I just did. Walk ourselves back. Widen out the legs. Just kind of fold on forward to whatever feels good for you. Right now, I like to stay a little lifted. You can totally round the back. Just giving some sense of openness through the inner hips. Maybe a little gentle side to side. Walk yourself over towards the right. And walk yourself on over towards the left. And walk yourself back to center, bringing yourself up. Draw those legs together and make your way on towards your back. Draw those knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a gentle rock side to side. And then bringing the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling, getting a nice compression into those hip sockets. Drawing and lengthening through the tailbone, allowing the base of the spine to be rested on towards the mat. Bringing the knees together, straightening out through the legs. Point and flex the feet. Circle the ankles and the wrists. Making sure to switch tractions. And then one last time, draw those knees in towards your chest. Bring your nose to your knees. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Release into our final pose of this series, Savasana. Acknowledging your practice and the work you did for yourself today. Appreciate and show gratitude to yourself for showing up. Take a final breath. Allow the eyes to flutter open. Bring your arms up overhead into that full body stretch. And then using that core to bring yourself into a seated position. My ear is probably a little loud. Bring those arms and hands to heart center. Thank you for the time to flow with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.